Yes, my friends, Pantheon is the new Matrix. Hey guys, how are you? I hope you're all well. I'm the Monio, the interdimensional demon who talks about Pantheon the most on YouTube, and you're on my channel. Many people don't even know that Pantheon originally has a second season that concludes the series, which is coming out this week on Netflix, and that the second season ends in such an incredible and unexpected way that it takes it to another level, many even comparing it to works like Matrix and Ghost in the Shell. But let's go step by step and without spoilers. In fact, the second season had already been released a few years ago on Prime Video, but the series only became better known after it was released by Netflix. Pantheon is a science fiction story that deals not with artificial intelligence, but with transferred intelligence, which is basically you digitally coding each neuron of a person, making a digital copy of that individual's consciousness, making them technically immortal, which is a concept that became very popular with one of the episodes of Black Mirror, called San Junipero. However, in this episode of Black Mirror, we have the most optimistic use possible of this technology. In Pantheon, on the other hand, we see a use that would be closer to what would happen in our world if this technology became a reality, which is large corporations ignoring any ethical discussion and using this technology to exploit these digital consciousnesses, making them work forever. Obviously, this technology would arouse the interest of the governments of the countries, which would start an arms race to use these digital consciousnesses for their own interests, whether they are military or not. But one of the most interesting things about this series is precisely the approach to the ethical dilemmas of using this technology to achieve immortality, while at the same time raising existential questions about what defines us as human beings and the power in relation to the technological world in which we live, especially in relation to the use of this technology by large corporations. And this is very well represented by the character Stephen Holstrom, who is clearly inspired by Steve Jobs. The second season is a direct continuation of the first, in which we have David's death, and also the total shutdown of the networks. Caspian is in a dilemma about whether or not to fix the failure, since digital consciousnesses have a lot of power and the world is not yet prepared to deal with them at that moment. At the same time that not even he himself knows if he will be able to solve this problem, since not even Stephen Holstrom himself was able to. We will also be introduced to other characters who will antagonize the protagonists, or help them depending on the situation. And while in the first season we had the digital consciousnesses as almost invincible, imitated only by the degeneration generated by the failure, now we have the main threat to these consciousnesses, which is a kind of virus created by the USA, called SafeSurf, which is basically an artificial intelligence that kills the digital consciousnesses with which it has contact, absorbing their data and memories. What the Americans did not count on is that this AI would evolve more and more, to the point of becoming a very relevant character in this story and a fundamental piece for what happens in the end. The series plot maintains the same style and quality level as the first season, and even surpasses it at various points. As the end approaches, you imagine that we will have a conventional ending, with the protagonist facing the villain, sacrificing himself in the end, and the other characters dealing with the consequences of this, and this does happen. But after that the series plot escalates to another level, with a surprising, very well executed ending that proposes an exercise in imagination, of how technology will be used to achieve immortality. If you like science fiction, enjoy Black Mirror, and other works that discuss the use of technology, and have not yet seen Pantheon, I highly recommend it. If you have already seen the first season and liked it, you really need to watch the second season. Seriously, don't make the mistake of not watching it, because the conclusion of the series is incredible. So, do you like Pantheon? Leave it in the comments, and if you like the video, subscribe to follow the next content. Until next time my people, demonic hugs.